Morning, campers. Coffee time. Very interesting times, isn't it? I did a tweet yesterday, said something along the lines of, Joe Biden is not dead. The actor playing Joe Biden has been taken off the chessboard, or the actors, or the CGI, or the clones, whatever else you think he is, has been taken off the chessboard, and we are watching a script play out. The question is, who's writing the script? I think I know the answer. Some people go, oh, you think you need to watch Fall of the Cabal, Mark? Other people going, you tinfoil hat wearing crazy lunatic. None of which matters to me at all. But the really interesting thing is that tweet's had like 300,000 shares overnight. Which I don't care about for me personally, but what's interesting is I made a video 4 years ago on my podcast saying that that wasn't the real Joe Biden 4 years ago. And, nobody was interested. Not nobody. Lots of people, lots of us know that isn't the real Joe Biden. The real Joe Biden is not here. Whether he's in Gitmo or dead or not, I don't actually know. But he's certainly not here, and that certainly has not been the real Joe Biden that we've been watching for the last 4 years as the president of the United States. But there are clues. That's the amazing thing about this time. There are clues left for all of us to work this out for ourselves. And I do not sit here as an oracle. I sit here as an experiencer, somebody that's been waking up my entire life and has noticed things. That's all it is. I've just noticed things. So what comes to mind is, the fact that that's not the real Joe Biden is not just a meme. It's just look at his face. Look at the original Joe Biden. The original Joe Biden was caught lying multiple times in the 80s when he was standing for president first time round. I think he lied about his degree even. I mean, the guy couldn't lie straight in bed. He was a scumbag of the highest order before he was vice president even. There's loads and loads of videotape of him sniffing girls' hair and molesting people in front of the camera. I mean, if that's what he's doing in front of the camera, imagine what he's doing off the camera. There's also his son, Hunter's laptop, and doing unspeakable things with the alleged daughter of the Obamas and with underage girls in China and unbelievable amounts of money, all connected to the Ukraine, money laundering, etc., etc., etc. Really? The president of the free world? I don't think so. Go back and watch some of the clips. Joe Biden, one day, stuttering and falling up the stairs to the set that they call Air Force One. And then the next day, having the legs of a 30-year-old falling off his bike. I mean, it's just extraordinary how anybody can think that has been the real Joe Biden. And then you look at Donald Trump. 4 years ago, Donald Trump has been telling us to our faces, if we have the ears to listen. The ears to listen, that's interesting. Somebody said that his ear was like a trumpet, which I think is interesting if you look at the biblical connotations of that. But Joe, I think at a rally 4 years ago, Donald Trump said, "Where's Joe? Joe's gone. He's shot. He's gonzo." He tells us everything. He has been telling us everything. You just got to hear what he's saying. In fact, I thought what was interesting about when he said, he's gonzo, is if you go and Google gonzo, the first thing that came up for me was the film about Hunter S. Thompson, which starred Johnny Depp. And what is that film famous for, apart from Johnny Depp shaving his head, is that Johnny Depp takes a substance called adrenochrome in that film. Adrenochrome is, I'm not going to say on this video what it is, you'll have to look it up yourself. It's also known as the white rabbit. And those of us that have been paying attention were told to follow the white rabbit. And the white rabbit links to Lewis Carroll, which links to Alice in Wonderland, which links to through the looking glass. The looking glass is the time travel technology that has been used by the bad guys, but also adrenochrome. I did an interview with an adrenochrome, a man who's used adrenochrome, first person I've spoken to that's admitted it, who was also gang raped by a load of satanic masons, and also as a child and also as an adult. It's terrible. It's on my podcast called Kevin G, and he talks about the fact that adrenochrome allowed him to see into the future. And maybe adrenochrome is the looking glass. But there's certainly whistleblowers that have given testimony about this technology called the looking glass technology, which looks very similar to the machine built in the Jodie Foster film version of Carl Sagan's book, Cosmos. And it's, you know, because they always have to show us the truth is hidden in plain sight. So anyway, the interesting thing about all of this, and I've done videos about Donald Trump being a time traveler before, and just for those of you that are throwing tomatoes at the screen, just go and look up Ingersoll Lockwood. Just look at the adventures of Baron von Trump, and then use your brain to start trying to work out how those books were possible to be written in the 1890s. We are definitely dealing with time travel of some kind. Look up John G. Trump, professor at MIT, I think, in the 1920s, 30s, who worked with Nikola Tesla after Nikola Tesla had written a paper on time travel. Anyway, don't want to get lost down the rabbit hole of time travel. What I want to really get across today is, firstly, it's amazing that many people are actually looking at a post that suggests that Joe Biden has not been around for a long time. It means that there are far more people awake or awakening now than there have been in my lifetime, or in the last 4 years. The Great Awakening is speeding up. We are going through an incredible process, hence all the shit weather. I mean, there's every single thing that's put in front of us is there as a test. And there is a choice on a micro level and a macro level, because we are all fractals of God. Therefore, not only are we creating all of this, we're also putting tests in our own way on a micro level and a macro level. If you read The Hero's Journey, your own life is the hero's journey. Every cell in your body is going through the hero's journey, and the whole universe is going through the hero's journey. And the earth itself and humanity is in the final act of the hero's journey right now, which means we're facing our demons collectively. And all of this stuff bubbling to the surface that looks crazy is really like the pus that you get out of a boil that's just been lanced. And apart from the fact that there's lots and lots of people waking up, there's also lots of people going, no, it's this, no, it's this, no, it's this, and fighting and saying, no, this, I told you this was the New World Order, this is their plan. Trump being not shot was part of their plan. No, their plan was that Hillary Clinton was supposed to be elected in 2016. That witch, Frazzle Drip, just go and look up Frazzle Drip. Just for fuck's sake, look up the Clinton body count. We dodged the biggest bullet in history when she did not become president. And you look into your heart and ask yourself the question, if you're seeing all the evil that's in the world right now, and a lot of us are, then you know that evil has to be counterbalanced by good. Doesn't it? What do you think? Let me know.